Hello and welcome to day number 4 of Vicky Thomas' marvelous masterclass on how to create your destiny in 2022. My name is Marcell Rentemeister. I know it sounds a little bit intricate, a little bit complicated. I'm from Germany. I'm just tuning in from Germany, actually. I hope that our connection will be stable for the next 30 minutes. And Vicky Thomas and myself, we are working in the same field. We just love inspiring people to live their highest potential, their best potential, and the information that we are going to share with you has transformed our lives, and it has also had a deep impact, of course, on our clients' lives. And there's nothing more beautiful than spreading so much joy and love and great spirits, because there's so much in life to look forward to if we understand these principles that we are addressing here. So let's welcome Vicky Thomas, our host. Woo!
Thank you. And welcome everybody to this last day of this mastermind series about creating your own future. You know, and we have the ability to create our own future, and what your future is for you will be different for me. It will be different for Marcel. It will be different for the neighbor down the road. It would be different for your husband and wife. And that's something that I've actually learned, is that my compelling future and my intentions and my goals are for me. They have to come from within here. Yes, I'm still serving my family. And yes, I want growth for my family and look after my children. And yes, I want to contribute in the world, but it's actually got to come from here. So again, welcome. We are on, let me just look at the date. We are on Thursday the 16th. Gosh, where is 2021 gone? Think about it. What have you been doing over this year? We have had a couple of, let's say, challenging years. But that's the word that is out there on the street, for instance. I don't call them challenging years. I think they've been absolutely fantastic years. They've been fantastic years for growth for me. And, where I'm able to really go within, where I've been able to, to really step forward into delivering my purpose, for me to really kind of step into my passion. And this is something that, we're going to talk about today. As I promised at the beginning of this masterclass series, I am going to keep this to 30 minutes only. And there is also, in this masterclass series, this is not just me talking. This is about you doing some work as well. So if you haven't seen day 1, day 2, day 3, please go on through those, because we're layering on top of each other. We're kind of stacking this work. And thank you for those of you that have reached out to me and given me the answers to your questions, so I'm able to serve you. And at the end of every single masterclass that I've done this week, I have asked you to, to reflect, to go through some questions and go within. And once you've actually gone through those questions and you've really kind of dived into them, then share them with me, so to say, then I'm able to serve. So on day 1, we spoke about faith and beliefs, and about how important faith and belief is. And, I explained to you that, since I've brought faith to the top of my priority list of values, of my priority list of beliefs, then I can feel the magic. I can feel the connections. I can feel everything coming to me. The results, it's, the manifestations. What I'm going to share with you, one of the manifestations has actually transpired, which I never actually thought it's transpired. And this is when, I asked you to do these questions. I'm not doing it just because I want, I want you to sit down and be like a student, and I'm the school teacher. I tell you to do questions. I'm asking you to do them because they really, really do help. So I actually had on my manifestation list, it might have been last year, and I think I've really kind of put it into manifestation a lot more in this year, is that from being an international speaker and from speaking all over the world, I have connections all over the world, and I am truly, truly blessed. A colleague of mine said that, he's just gone into this networking group. this kind of networking coaching group. And he was saying that it's amazing because now I can kind of, go to Miami and there's somebody in Miami that would give me a bed for the night and all this sort of stuff. And he was just saying it's magical. And I was there saying, yeah, it is. And that is something that I am truly blessed with, because I already have that love. I already have that worldwide connection that I can go almost anywhere in the world. And I have a soul sister or a soul brother that I can spend time with, from South Africa to Singapore to Kuala Lumpur to many places in America to Costa Rica, to Europe, all these different places, Australia, from my international speaking background. And I never underestimate that. Never underestimate that. That is what I absolutely truly love. But what happens when you've got these worldwide connections and then you've got the world that has actually closed you down, which means that I can't travel and meet these people? I am such a people person. I love people. So over the last couple of years, my communications with these people has to be on this, on screens. I've started having to wear glasses now. We used to wear glasses. And I think it's because I'm spending so much time on screens connecting with my soul family all over the world. Don't get me wrong. I'm so appreciative that we have this technology. So appreciative we have this technology. But what I really wanted to manifest was these soul connections in my hometown, soul connections where I can actually perhaps go and see a soul sister or a soul brother down the road, go and see somebody in my town where I can sit and cry about something if I want to, sit and share something if I want to, just to have the conversations that I want to have the conversations about, which, believe me, is nothing negative. There's certain things that I will have conversations with people about, and there's certain things that I won't. So just have like-minded conversations with people. And I really, really, truly desired it. It was on my manifestation list. It was what I was working towards. And but it kind of became something that it was a deep down desire, but I knew it was going to happen because I had the faith. I truly, truly had the faith. So also a long time ago, is that I actually connected with the author, Tim McCathert. Oh God, I can't remember her name. What's her name? Tim McCathert. I need to get my words out. I'm going to send it in thing. But she's written The Power of 8. Now, I actually I've got the 8 affinity on the back of my neck as a small tattoo that I had for my birthday with I am written into it, because the power of 8 is really important to me. And when I was running the Hit Talks talk show, which is coming back in 2022, so you need to keep connected with me because we're always looking for speakers. So when I had the Hit Talks downloaded to me in 2020 from Source, it was 8 speakers from 8 different perspectives at 8 p.m. and 8 speakers, 8 different perspectives at 8 p.m. all around the power of 8. And it was all around the power of 8. Then I was reading this book, The Power of 8, and connected with the author. And then when you read this, it's about masterminding. It's about creating people to go through this mastermind of manifestations and intention and healing around the power of 8. So this was all down on my manifestation goals. And cut a long story short, I now in my hometown have a mastermind of the power of 8. I have people that I truly, truly love, that are like literally soul brothers and soul sisters. And it started slowly manifesting. It wasn't as if I woke up one day and there was 8 people. We started off in 5 with this mastermind group, just to let you know, because that's how the book suggests that you do it. And it's all very scientifically based because I love it. If you haven't read it, The Power of 8, it's so good. So it wasn't as if I woke up and those people were actually there and they were on my doorstep saying, here we are, like little fairies. It just slowly happened. And there was this one lady, which we kind of connected people in, and we were just, I'd never met her before, but she was invited in by one of the other members. And we were sat there just chatting away and, talking about things, talking about life. And when you click with somebody, and we must be talking for about 2.5 hours to this point. And then I said, where do you live? And she told me where she lived. And I was like, no, seriously, where do you live? And she said, and I was just like, seriously? She went, yeah, she lives 6 doors down the road from me. And she's lived 6 doors down the road from me for 10 years. And I'm just, I haven't been here for 10 years. I've only been here for 3. but I've had the house for 20 years, so I've always been in this environment. So it was just like, oh my gosh. And what I'm getting at is that you will have to have the truth, you have to have the belief, and you have to have the faith, which is what I was talking about in day one. Is that, and then once you have the truth and the belief, it's then letting go of that expectation. So even though it was on my manifestation list, I was talking about it in my gratitude. So when you do your gratitude list, you do the gratitude list in the present tense. So I am so happy and grateful. I now have a group of people around me that are on the same wavelength, and we're sharing, and we're loving the environment, and we're growing together and masterminding together. We're having fun together, and so it was something that I was still doing, but I released it. And it was only recently I was just like, oh my gosh, this is just all manifested. And that's not the only thing. It's things like my car, just being able to manifest it and be able to do certain things from actually following these questions that I'm asking you to do, for breaking down where you are, where you want to be, what is holding you back. What are your paradigms? What are your blockages? What are your values? What are your beliefs? Because once we get deep, deep, deep down into understanding that for you, then we're able to reprogram them. And we spoke in day 2 about attitude. We spoke about that, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And that's what attitude is. It's about what you think. It's about what you feel, and you feel from here, and then the actions that you take. And if you do not have the alignment of your positive thoughts, and you don't have your feelings, which are really, really, really connected to your values and your beliefs, your true values and your true beliefs, then the action that you take is not going to give you the results. So honestly, I say to you now, if you are not receiving the results that you're desiring, then that is purely because of your attitude, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions that is putting your body into form. So we spoke about that on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, on yesterday, we actually spoke about, what did we speak about on yesterday? I'm just trying to think what we spoke about on yesterday. We spoke yesterday about, emotions. You can say I channel, so how I do my work, even though I have systems and processes, it's very much from here and from the guidance that I have from source, and that's how I'm able to serve so many people, because it's spiritually connected as well. And so so we spoke about emotions. We spoke about negative emotions, and we spoke about positive emotions. And I asked you to do a list of your positive emotions that you think or you feel around five areas, like with your relationships, with your spirituality, with your work, with your business. And I asked you to do the positive, and I asked you to do the negative, and then I asked you to do some questions on your non-productive actions and your productive actions by rewording. So there was a lot of work that I asked you to do yesterday. And again, thank you for the people that actually put the time in. I know it is Christmas. These lives are only going to be up for 7 days, and then I'm taking it down. And the reason for that is because it's so important for you to take action on this if you really do want to make a difference in your life and in creating your own future. So they'll be coming down after 7 days. So if you haven't seen those last 3 days of videos, please go back and take a look. And what I want to talk about you today is because, as I say, it's all about layering, it's all about layering up. But today, I want you to talk about how you do manifest your goals. And I've had people saying to me, before they started coming to work with me, they would say, but Vicky, I've always set my goals. And I've even had people saying, well, I am actually, what was the word that he used? My job is a goal-setting creator, or a goal-setting master or something. Used to run courses on goal setting. And then when I went to start, before I started working with them, and I was going through where they were at and where they wanted to go, and I was there thinking, well, I'm sorry, I'm going to be really, really blunt with you, but your goal-setting stuff is obviously not working because you're not where you want to be. So it's all right about you teaching this, but if you're teaching it and you're not where you want to be, then there's an energy and a frequency that is not in congruency, and there's not an alignment. And we are all frequency, we are all energy. So if you're actually there not achieving your goals, and you're trying to attract people to achieve their goals, there's just not that congruency, and that's not that polarity. But then when you start setting it, because setting goals, you might think, yeah, it is just simple. But it's how you set those goals. It's how you internalize those goals. It's how you get those goals into every single cell of your body. And yes, you can do it from a paperwork way, and you can do it and things like that. But that is only going to get your goals so far, or it's just going to take so much time. And we do have the ability to quantum leap. We do have the ability to actually jump through frequencies. When I say to people as a galactic unicorn, which is what I am, is that I have the ability to bend space and time. And it's something that I've said for many years, from when I was doing my quantum training and my healing training with my coach over in Costa Rica. And it was very much that, when you say to some people, I bend time and space, they were just thinking, yeah, all right, who do you think you are? But I do bend time and space. I am able to fit in so much stuff. I am able to do that with grace, flow, and ease. There are certain things that, I can tell you stories about getting to the airport, which is like an hour and a half, when I was actually there in 15 minutes, and you're going to be like, yeah, right. But it's, it's about going back to your belief, and it's about getting those your goals into your cells of your body on the right frequency. And to do that, we need spirituality as well. To do that, we need to connect to our inner power. To do that, we need to connect to, you can say, your galactics, your angels, your source, your God, your inner being, whatever it is for you. We have that ability, because we have everything inside of us that we desire, and that what we need to actually get us to create our own compelling future. However, it's the outside world. When we started speaking about George, the secret genie, it's the outside world that actually stops us, or gives us barriers, let's say, in us actually creating our compelling future and helping us quantum leap. So if you haven't met George, our secret genie, then please go back to day 2, because we spoke about George a lot on day 2. So very, very much about, it's literally using all these faculties. It's using your intellectual faculties. It's using source for you to be able to manifest your goals, your dreams. Yes, you do need pen and paper. Yes, you do need to do the work as well. But it's not just the only thing. And this is why I love being so spiritually connected, because from being spiritually connected, and all the training that I've done, and all the faith and belief that I have, that I'm able to bring it into form with the step-by-step lessons and learning process of the courses that I teach. So it's actually like something to have physical and tangible for you to do every single day. So day 1, day 2, every single day for a period of 6 months. But then on top of that, then there's also the energetics. There's also, as I say, the spiritual connection, the galactic side, and that as well. And as I say, the source side, the oneness side is what I want to say. And so when you actually do go through your goals, you have to go through a creative process for you to get to, like, let's say, your C-type goals, your goals of your big dreams and your big desires. Because if you stay playing small, as I spoke to you, I think it was about on day 1, if you're there paddling with the ducks and you want to be an eagle, there's something that needs to be changed. If you don't no longer want to be a duck and you want to be an eagle, something has to change. So what I is to say, it's about goals. And I'm going to read this for you, because this is from Napoleon Hill, about setting and achieving worthy goals. I'm going to try and read it without my glasses. So, those who reach decisions properly and definitely know what they want, and they generally get it. The leaders in every walk of life decide quickly and firmly. That is the major reason why they are leaders. The world has a habit of making room for the person whose words and actions show they know where they are going. I'm going to read that again. Those who reach decisions promptly and definitely know what they want, and they generally get it. The leaders in every walk of life decide quickly and firmly. That is the major reason why they are leaders. The world has a habit of making room for the person whose words and actions show they know where they are going. Now, every single one of you is a leader. Whether or not you're a leader of a team, whether or not you're a leader of a company, you're a leader of your family, for instance. You're a leader for yourself. You're a leader of your community. So we are all leaders. But honestly, we are not leaders from this hierarchy position like this, where you have the leaders in the top and everyone has to fall down. You know, what's happening now with the new world, the new era, the way the world is awakening up now, we're going into circles, we're going into leadership where we're all helping each other. This is all about collaboration. It's not about competition like it used to be many, many years ago. But what I'm saying about this with Napoleon Hill, it's very much that it's all about where we know where we are going and how we internalize that. Because it's very much like if you set an aeroplane on course to go to San Diego, for instance, and you don't put into the autopilot where that aeroplane is going, it is not going to know how to get there. You know, if you haven't got you're going to a destination and you don't have a map, or you don't have a sat nav, and you've never been there before, you don't know how to get there. Your goal has to be somewhere where you've never been before. It has to be something that is right out there that you could just think, oh my God, I could dream this, I fantasize this. But of course, you're not going to know how to get there. That's not your problem. You don't need to know the how. Our job as actual spiritual beings is for us to feel it. Our job is to do the work, and I don't mean like through a controlled way. We do the work with fun, with love, with grace, with ease. We do the work, we feel it, we internalize it. Because there's one thing that I've actually got down here is that I know that when you're working towards your goal, you have to believe, able, and willing. And this is the thing. If you want to achieve the car of your dreams, the house of your dreams, building a place for the homeless, you have to believe it, but you have to be willing to do it. And you have to have the internal connection. And this is what this week is about. This week is about really getting you set for your future, for you creating your destiny, for you creating your future in 2022. Now, I can honestly tell you from the bottom of my heart and with absolute guarantee and faith that I can help you do that. I really can help you do that. And I really want you to reach out to me, because once you've actually gone through, I'm going to go through some quick 6 questions that I want to ask you. And the one thing that I want to be able to say to you as well is that when you do reach out to me, I am going to share with you a lesson that I teach that is really going to help you. This is a paid for lesson, but I'm going to give it you free. And I'm going to give it to you to really help you set your goals forward, to actually help you create your destiny in 2022. And I'm going to give it to you so you're able to really tap in to this. And whether or not you work with me or not, you know, my gift in this world is to help every single person wake up. You know, we need to wake up. We need to wake up with what's going on in the world around us. We need to wake up that we've got everything within us. We've got to wake up that a lot of the results we are getting is caused by the paradigms, the habits, and the beliefs that we have programmed into our subconscious mind, which is putting our body into action. We need to wake up. We need to wake up, and we need to reset that. And if you're not doing it for you, do it for your children. Because this is the thing. Whatever is, if you're living in scarcity or lack, or you don't have in your bank account, or you're not running the business, or you're not living or doing and dreaming and living what you desire or you dream, your children are going to be in those same steps. It's just the way it is, without total hard work. And this is what my passion is to really, really help people to reshift their paradigms so they're able to shift themselves, but shift their children. You know, my daughter was 18 yesterday. And I see the growth in her since I've been doing this work. And I haven't been teaching it her. I've just been living it. I've been living it, and I've been breathing it. And then I sit there and I watch her talking to her friends, and I am so proud. And, you know, we do have a duty to help other people wake up. We are light beings in this world. You know, the world is shifting. We do have a duty to wake up. And how that starts, it starts with us. It really does start with us. And oh my gosh, it is 4:25, and I have just talked nonstop for 25 minutes when I had a total different intention about going forward with this. So I'm just going to whiz through 6 questions I actually want you to ask yourself. And then I want to bring my soul brother in, Marcell, where I want to be able to chat about, you know, just life, because, you know, we connected quite recently as well. But, you know, again, when you're actually asking the universe for connections, you're asking the universe for the like-minded people, the universe gives it you in so many different forms. And when we first connected, he was just, well, he could tell you the story. I'm not going to take the limelight from there. But I've got 6 questions for you. So I'm going to say them fast, but then I'm also going to write it in the chat. So if you don't pick it up, or you can stop and rewind, you know, that's quite easy as well. But I'm asking you, do you have a goal that you want to reach? And so when you're sending me the information as well, I want you to give me the answers of these questions. Do you have a goal that you want to reach? So that's a yes or no. Share the goal with me if you want. That's your prerogative. But I also want you to tell me when you want to reach it by. Okay, that's question 1. Question 2, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 obviously being the highest, I want you to tell me, how would you rate your happiness with your life currently? On a scale of 1 to 10, where is your life now? And then the second part of this question 2 is, where would you like it to be? And I presume that's, for me, it was 11, 12, 13, because I always like to overexceed when I was asked this question. Then I want to say that if I actually give you this magic genie, and remember, I think it was in day 2, this magic genie now has his magic wand. So if you had this magic genie with this magic wand, what would be your 3 wishes? Ding, ding, ding. So I want you to tell me what your 3 wishes were if you had a magic genie. Or you could have a, what's it called? That you rub, a lamp. You could have a secret genie lamp. And so what would be your 3 wishes? Anyway, I'm going off on tangents. The next question, what do you think? This is what you think, not what other people have actually asked you, not what other people perhaps have said. What do you think is holding you back or getting in your way? What do you think? Deep down, sit with that. What do I think that's holding me back? What do I think that is getting in my way? The next question is, be as detailed as this as possible. I went quite deep on this one. How would your family's life improve if you achieved your goals? This is not about how your life would improve. How would your family's life improve if you achieved your goals? Okay, so that's something outside of yourself. Okay, and the last question is I'd like to ask you is, what would you be remembered for? What would you be remembered for? Because one of the things is that a graveyard, one of the saddest things in a graveyard is not the people that are there that are there under the ground dead. That's not the sad part of the graveyard. The saddest part of the graveyard is the dreams that died with those people, the dreams that they never achieved, the dreams that they wanted, the dreams that they wanted to achieve. I spoke to somebody recently and they said that there was I think it was his father-in-law, his mother and father-in-law, that she wanted to go back to Austria because that's where she was born, and they were in America. And every single time it was like the husband would, yeah, we'll go to Austria when we paid for the kids' tuition fees, when we've done this, when we've done that, yeah, we'll do it. And there was always put off. Austria was always put off, and she never got to Austria, and unfortunately her husband passed. And so then what happened? It was just like, again, that dream, that promise, that desire for his family then died with him. And so her son-in-law, from doing, you know, the internal work and actually, you know, going from within and doing this work to actually create the success in his own life, he had the resources, he had the money to be able to do what she wanted to do. So he said, I'll take you to Austria. And then it was funny because they'd done this big trip in Austria. And then he was like, did you know, but we're in Austria. It's only a 4-hour train to Vienna, not Vienna, to Rome, or it's only a 4-hour train here. They were on a 6-week holiday because she was just like, it's only if we're in here in Europe, it's only a 4-hour train here. But he had the resources to do that because her dream died with her husband because they were always putting things off. So that's what I really want to ask you. What would you be remembered for is one thing, and your dreams and your desires. So I'm going to put those in the chat because I talk quite fast. Now, I said I was going to stick to 30 minutes, but, you know, it is the last day and, you know, we're human beings and we can always break the rules. So please reach out to me. If you've just joined us, please watch the replay. If you're watching the replay, please let me know that you've watched the replay when you're actually there, sending me the messages for all these. And I will actually send you free of charge one of my lessons that really is going to help you create your compelling future in 2022. Because as I say, my purpose is to help people wake up. And as I says, my mission statement, the purpose of my life is to live within, have faith, create magic, enjoy a fully abundant journey for myself and others. This is a thing. I want you to create magic. I want you to live a fully abundant life. That truly is my mission. And with that, I would like to invite my soul brother with me because, as I say, he can share the stories about his mission and how magical it is when we actually do transform our lives through understanding George the genie and understanding what really is holding us back. So, Marcell,
Hello, soul
welcome.
sister. George the genie has helped me a great deal. I would like to share a personal story with you. Quite a tragic accident that happened to me 3 years ago. I got bitten by a flesh-eating bacteria, and this flesh-eating bacteria was just eating away at my right index finger. So I had to go through 3 tough surgeries, and like all the surgeons said, okay, Mr. Rentemeister, you probably have to say goodbye to this right index finger because we're pretty sure that we cannot do anything. And I said, no, I'm going to keep my right index finger because I'm visualizing it. I saw myself literally playing the piano again, and I was just holding that vision 24 hours a day. And the good thing was they didn't put me into anesthesia, so I was fully awake when they did the surgery. And while they did the surgery, they were joking, I was joking, I just took things very lightly, although the situation was quite serious. And when I was back in my little room, I was just meditating, visualizing, and there was not even one moment of doubt that there would be amputating my right index finger. So like my vision was just so firm. And I know nowadays, I know that George the genie has really helped me work this miracle. Because nowadays, when sometimes I go back, I'm also now friends with one of the nurses because we hit it off right off the bat. And she says, Marcell, this is just unbelievable. I mean, of course, we can see the scars here, but come on, you have a finger, you can use it, you can play the piano again, and you are alive, man. And it's just, so I can only tell you, so even if the obstacles are layering and layering and layering, you just think, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? If you stick to your vision, if you stay to your belief, if you do not allow any kind of doubt to creep in, you will achieve anything that you put your heart to. I mean, I can promise you that because there is something so potent out there that is ready to help us if we are open-minded and if we are open enough to receive it. And it took also for me quite some time to really get it, to really understand it. I used to be a TV journalist, traveling the world and showing off my curriculum vitae and just living, in a way, a shallow life, because I just wanted to belong. I was just, craving for approval from other people. And although I knew that there was this little voice inside that was always murmuring, Marcell, there's more to life than this, I was still so distracted by the bling, 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 by all these shiny objects, that I completely forgot about this deeper connection with Source. And then once that happened, exactly 3 years ago, July of 2018, this was the biggest remember of the universe telling me, Marcell, I love you so much, but I want you to have faith. And I really want you to focus now, once and for all, what it really is that you would like to do. What is it? What is your real goal? What's your real mission? So I was put into this hospital bed with these 3 complicated surgeries. And you know what? I'm so grateful because this inciting incident has completely transformed my life. If this hadn't happened, I wouldn't be friends with Vicky Thomas now. I wouldn't be friends with all my like-minded brothers and sisters from all over the world who all share the same mission. That there is something so wonderful out there that loves us, that gives us all the support. But it just takes a little bit of faith and being open and allowing yourself to let go, to let go of fear, to let go of all the doubts. I mean, I promise to you, if I had nurtured any kind of doubts, I know deep from the bottom of my heart, as Vicky has just said, this right index finger would be gone by now. You know, I wouldn't be playing the piano right now anymore. No chance. But there was no doubt, there was only faith. And this was really a moment like, you know, a deus ex machina moment, like a lightning bolt, like suddenly just it struck me in the face that, wow, it hit me in the face that there is something so potent out there. And I just wish now also for Christmas and for anyone who's tuning in, who's listening right now, to really start building your faith and understanding that you deserve the best life has to offer. You deserve anything that your heart is craving for. In love, in finances, in friendships, in relationships, in hobbies, in traveling, you name it. You deserve anything. And I promise to you, anything is possible. But please, just make sure that you take this responsibility and that you take action now. Because if you do not take action now, you know, in a year from now, we are probably going to have the same chat and nothing has changed. You know, it's just so important to make a decision, to make a quick decision, as Vicky has said, and just follow through. And so I don't have to know how it's going to happen, but I know it will happen because I believe and I deserve, and you deserve. Even if your parents and your school teachers or your peers or whoever hasn't told you that, you deserve anything that your heart is craving for. So I'm sending you all my blessings from Germany. Take action. Please dig deep into this wonderful first lesson that Vicky is going to send out to you about how to set a worthy goal and just take action. You really can believe there's something amazing out there. It just takes a leap of faith, a little bit of faith. And I know you can do it. I did it. I mean, you know, this is a miracle. My right index finger, that's a miracle. And you can create even much bigger miracles. Okay? So keeping my fingers pressed, you can do it. Vicky and I are doing it, our clients are doing it, and you can do it too.
You sure can. And there's so many stories, you know, people that have told that they'll never walk again. You know, I'm sure many of you have actually seen documentaries, but people that will never walk again, and they've literally had the faith, and then they've been able to walk again. They've been able to, you know, be the top golfers because they had the golf clubs in the corner of their bedroom and they just visualized themselves playing golf. Jack Nicholson, who's the big big golfer. He's got golf courses all over the world. Jack Nicklaus. He actually does not play any golf game until he has spent, I don't know the exact figure of how many weeks, visualizing every single hit, visualizing him winning it. He does it so much. If you haven't read, from anyone watching this, I know Marcell and I have, but if you haven't read Cybernetics, an absolutely brilliant book for you to truly believe that anything is possible as well. And that's something else that I study and put lessons in around as well, because it's so important round about self-belief. So honestly, self-belief and faith is the underlying. But however, first of all, it's really setting your creative goals. It's setting your destiny. It's actually setting where you want to go first from the right way. You can write it down, but we teach you how to do it the right way, for you to set it the right way. And then, as we say, how you're then able to not let George the Genie hold you back, but George the Genie will be there to support you for you to achieve your goals. As I say, thoughts, feelings, actions. If you're not getting the results that you desire, that is because your thoughts, your feelings are putting your body into the incorrect action, which is not giving you the results. So let us help you.
And let me tell you one thing, guys. The more you we're not talking blind faith here. We're talking the understandings of the laws of the universe. The more you understand these principles, because there are laws to prosperity, there are certain laws. If you follow these laws, the more you understand these laws, the easier it gets for you to develop faith, to really believe that anything is possible. It's, in a way, it's like a science. But
it is science.
It is science, yeah, but it's not like intellectual science. It's also emotional and spiritual science. Yeah. And we can study that. And the more you tap into your imagination, and this is also one of these God-given mental faculties, in case you have children, maybe you want to spend more time with your kids and just being goofy and playing and doing role plays and stuff. You know, because the more we tap into our imagination, into fantasy, because our brain cannot differentiate between what we are experiencing in this form and what it is that we are just imagining, because we are actually producing the same chemicals, the same endorphins and the same dopamines. So the brain cannot differentiate. So the more vivid you can see these things in your mind, and it's a muscle we can definitely train every day. And in case you have children, wow, lucky you. You know, just spend more time with your kids, you know, because they are going to help you understand getting this material even faster.
Oh, so good, so good. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sister.
I'll speak to you soon. So yeah, honestly, you know, when you start shifting your whole lifestyle and you start shifting in what you're doing, you start shifting your beliefs, you start shifting your faith, you do honestly meet the most amazing people that you literally, as I say, you feel as if it's family from another mother. You actually feel that, you know, you've met before in different lifetimes. And I'm sure many of us are, you know, my clients, I know for a fact, I've met them in different lifetimes, because it's as if I actually know what they're going through. It's just like I have this feeling and this inner knowing. But anyway, I have gone over time, as I said, but thank you so much for being with me in this series of this mastermind of creating your own future for 2022. Watch the replays. Send me the questions and the answers. So you don't need to send me the questions. I know what the questions are, but send me the answers to the request throughout the week, because we are layering. So we're layering on top of that. And then more importantly, the 6 questions from today, you can rewind and go back if you're watching the replay. And then I'm going to send you the lesson on you really being able to create your own compelling future. I wish you so much love. I wish you the most amazing Christmas. This will be coming down on the what day is it coming down? I think it's coming down. It was going to come down on the 19th, but I didn't finish it until the 16th. So this is coming down after Christmas. So I have, I kind of tapped into it. So it's going to come down 7 days after. And as I say, there is a scientific reason for that as well. And that's for the people that are actually serious about taking action. I love the science behind all of this work that I do. So with that, I'm sending you so much love, and have an absolutely awesome, as you know, amazing and awesome Christmas. And I'll see you again soon.